This segment brought to you by Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture. To join today or more information, go to kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome back to Farm Factor and the Kansas Farm Bureau Update.
We had some questions about a topic that was changed or updated, I guess, during the last legislative session. So tell us what the topic is and give us some of the background, if you wouldn't mind.
Absolutely. Thanks, Megan. Like she said, we've had a lot of questions, and we've been sharing information and updated people throughout the session about a bill that came up relating to ATV and UTV use on roadways. And current statute didn't allow for this up until this last session. So a bill came up, and in its final form, it was Senate Bill 63, and it was passed and signed for the governor. And what it did is it allows for the use of ATVs and UTVs on state and federal highways, but there's a couple specific restrictions. First and foremost, it has to be for agricultural purposes, and it allows for two things. These producers, these operators, to use their ATV or their UTV first to cross a state or federal highway, and also it specifically states that an ATV or UTV can be used on to go down a state or federal highway, but there are a couple very specific restrictions with that. The first of those restrictions is that the operator of this ATV or UTV must be a licensed driver, and they must be operating under the restrictions of their license. Secondly, that state or federal highway must have a posted speed limit of 65 miles per hour or less. And then third, this ATV or UTV must be operated as far to the right of the roadway as practicable, unless the operator is making or is preparing to make a left turn. So hopefully that provides just a little bit of clarification on what this bill, now current statute, actually allows for. It doesn't just open it up for any use of ATV or UTVs on the highways. It is very specific to agricultural purposes, and then those operators must be operating within those restrictions.
Stay with us. We'll be back after the break with Plain Talk.
KFRM is one of the largest farm radio stations in the nation, dedicated to informing and entertaining rural listeners from northern Oklahoma to southwestern Nebraska. You can catch KFRM in many ways. Of course, 550 on the AM dial, streaming at KFRM.com, or on your smartphone by going to the TuneIn Radio app, or on Ag AM in Kansas on Tuesdays and Facebook every day of the week. KFRM, tune us in. You'll be glad you did.